It was just after midnight. In a peaceful suburb, a man and his family were sleeping soundly. Then, the back door shatters. 3 masked men burst in with guns. They point at the children. The father steps forward and everything changes forever. This isn't fiction. It actually happened in Kleinburg, Canada. On August 31st, 2025, a home invasion so brutal that it left a father dead, and a nation questioning justice. Welcome to The Night Shift. Tonight, we tell the story of Abdul Alim Faruqi, the hero who paid the ultimate price. Stay until the end for the shocking arrests and the failures that let it happen. Abdul Alim Faruqi is a 46 years old devoted husband, a father to 4 children. The youngest was 4 years old and the oldest was 17. Faruqi ran a successful furnace and duct cleaning business in Mississauga. His friends described him as kind and generous. They called him a community leader. He was a law-abiding citizen and very decent. He was the kind of man who puts family first. He lived in a quiet neighborhood near Andretta Drive and Barron Street, in Kleinburg, part of Vaughan, Ontario, a place where home invasions feel like distant news. Until that night, August 31st, 2025. Around 1 a.m. in the morning, the family is asleep. Suddenly, 3 masked men, armed with at least 1 firearm, force their way through the rear door, breaking the glass. Chaos erupts immediately. Police later confirmed that these men weren't random thieves. This break-in was targeted, a robbery for money. But why this house? Why this family? No one knows for sure. Faruqi, hearing the noise, rushes to protect his loved ones. His brother later said he died a hero because what happened next was pure nightmare. The intruders moved fast. They grabbed 3 family phones and demanded valuables. But then they point a gun at one of his daughters. Faruqi confronts them. He stood between the barrel and his child. This sparks up exchange of words and then shots ring out. Multiple bullets. Faruqi falls right there in front of his wife and kids. The horror was unimaginable. A 911 call is made from inside the house. Desperate voices pleading for help. But the suspects don't stop. They flee into the night in a dark-colored SUV, later identified as a stolen Honda CR-V. They discard 2 phones nearby like trash. Less than 90 minutes later, another invasion just 1 kilometer away. 3 suspects, 1 with a gun. They trigger an alarm and bolt. Luckily, there were no injuries there. But is there a link? Police investigates. Was it the same crew? Footage from security cameras. Witness statements paint a picture of calculated evil. These men knew what they were doing. Masked, armed, and ruthless. And Faruqi, despite life-saving efforts, is pronounced dead at the scene. His family, shattered and forever changed. York Regional Police launch a homicide probe. Chief Jim McSween warns citizens, don't confront intruders. Call 911, hide, flee if you can. But Faruqi's instinct to protect his family cost him his life. Investigators dug deep. No criminal ties to the victim. This robbery was based on pure greed. But who? Months pass. The community reels. A petition surges. Over 5,000 signatures, demanding bail reform because, as details emerge, the system failed. Then came the breakthrough. In November 2025, months after the shooting, York Regional Police raided homes in Toronto and Mississauga. They made arrests. 5 suspects charged, with more still out there. Here's who they are and what they're facing. First, the main accused, Amir Wyam Mohammed Abumaid, a 26 years old from Mississauga, charged with first-degree murder, breaking and entering, robbery with a firearm, and more. He was the one police believe led the group inside. And here's the gut punch. He was already out on 4 separate bail or release orders from earlier charges, including kidnapping. The system let him walk free again. Then, Javon Street Patrick McNairn, a 34 years old from Toronto. He's charged as an accessory after the fact to robbery with a firearm That means he didn't go inside the house, but police say he helped afterward, maybe hiding evidence or aiding the escape. Next, two 16-year-old boys from Toronto. Their full names are protected under Canada's youth laws, so we can't say them publicly. They're charged with possession of property obtained by crime over $5,000, specifically the stolen Honda CR-V getaway car used that night. One of them, Jay-Sean Williams, 16, from Toronto, was singled out by police with special court permission to name him and release his photo. He's wanted for first-degree murder, robbery with a firearm, and more. At the time, he was still on the run, believed hiding somewhere in the greater Toronto area, the GTA. Police said directly, "Jay-Sean, we will find you, turn yourself in." That Canada-wide warrant hung heavy. A teenager, accused of being part of the crew that pulled the trigger, still loose. What drove them? Greed, pure and simple, for money and valuables. Experts point out home invasions like this often spike during tough economic times, when desperation mixes with opportunity. But pointing a gun at children, threatening a family in their own beds, that's not just desperation. That's something darker, colder, something that lingers long after the arrests. On November 12th, courtroom doors slam shut. All suspects remanded. No bail this time. The investigation still burns, but for the Faruqi family, the pain never fades. This case didn't just break one home, it ignited a firestorm across Ontario. Premier Doug Ford, visibly shaken, spoke out days after the shooting. He called it heart-wrenching and unacceptable. He painted the nightmare vividly. This innocent man got his doors kicked in the middle of the night. 4 people went in there. His 3 kids are there, his wife. Had a gun to one of the kids. He went to protect them. And these scumbags shot him right in front of his kids, shot him dead. Ford didn't hold back on the system. He blasted it as a disaster right now in the justice system. He pushed hard for change. Tougher bail rules, stand your ground laws to protect people defending their homes, and even floated ideas like mega prisons to keep violent offenders locked up longer. We need immediate and urgent action, he said, echoing what many felt. The federal government faced pressure too, with promises of bail and sentencing reforms coming later that fall. But the loudest cry came from the community. A petition exploded online. Thousands of signatures pouring in, demanding justice for Aleem. They called for real overhaul. No more revolving door justice. No more letting repeat offenders walk free. Because in this tragedy, one suspect was already out on multiple bail releases. The family, friends, neighbors, all asking the same question. How many more heroes have to fall before the system changes? This case lingers. A haunting reminder that safety in your own home can vanish in an instant. And that justice sometimes comes too late. If you chilled you, subscribe to The Night Shift for more true crimes that haunts. Thanks for watching.